I was standing in the kitchen counting money, and I was thinking whether I should go to the shop or not. I had, I don't know, like 2,600 Hungarian forints on me, and it's about €7. So I had to decide whether I should go to the shop and buy some sausages on my last money or not. And while I was thinking about this and trying to figure out what's what, a phone call came. An old friend of mine is calling me that I should look at a business opportunity. This is the beginning of a journey, and I had to tell him that, well, this is my last money, so I can go to Budapest, to the capital, to look at this business and negotiate the different terms about selling this product or importing this product to our country. However, I cannot get back where I live because I don't have the money for it. And I really appreciate that my friend was kind enough to tell me that he's gonna bring me back with a car. I shall not worry about the route back. You know? And that was the time when I first met Ria Kamras and Eve Nielsen, who were very interesting people for a first sight, I tell you. I went there and I did not really listen to what they were saying. I was much more interested in who these people are. I wanted to understand how they think, what they want, and what are the true intentions behind this whole organization and the business and everything. So, actually, I felt something very interesting. And you see, this Zinzino is a very special business. It's not really, it's a heart-driven business. It's an emotion-driven business. And it's not specifically or primarily a money-driven business. Of course, in the beginning, you see how completely broke I was, right? So I had a situation where I really didn't know what to eat tomorrow or whatever. So this is how we started, and obviously for those reasons why I started at that point were money, and money. You know, these are the three most important things why I started the business. But I wouldn't be here only for this reason. The reason I stayed here is because we are doing something different. And you see, there are many enterprises, many organizations, and all kinds of different things in the world, but mostly what I see is that the original purpose why they were founded, why they are run, and why they have to expand, kind of, is because they want income. They are income and money driven organizations, businesses, and enterprises. And you see, the Zinzino is something very different in this regards. And I have never encountered such a group of people. And I tell you, you can believe it, that I have seen so many of these so far. This is the third multi-level or network marketing types of structure or sales technology or whatever I'm using, right? And in between, I saw about between 50 and 70 other companies and other distribution methods and products and the prices and all kinds of other things. So Zinzino is very special. You see, there is culture, and a northern culture. It didn't really occur to me right in the beginning that I'm gonna do something very different here, or I'm gonna feel myself very different here. Because when the company was founded, the original intention with the company was not to make income. That was not the primary purpose right? Orion and here the Sale were amazing people and they were rich already in the mind and on the bank accounts. They didn't make this a priority, to make a huge income. They wanted to do something amazing, something extraordinary, something ethical, something that humanity can benefit from. And this original purpose, this original intention is still in the company and it's just vibing through the entire organization in the corporate side and in the sales structure side. And I cannot believe it. I cannot explain it. And I have no idea where I would be today without them. So it's very exciting to be here. It's very exciting to talk to you about such thing because maybe you are here and watching this because you are not sure. You are not sure if this is the right place for you. You are not sure if this is the right product range for you, if the right price range for you, or whatever it is for you. And maybe you don't know if you should trust the products, you should trust the person who invited you, trust the company leaders, trust anyone. And you see, we all have been there. We all have been there. I'm here with the company for the fourth year, and I have seen a lot. I have seen a lot. I have seen the international events. I have seen the company office more than one times. Okay, because I didn't want, that the first time I'm there, there are people who are hired only, to be there when I'm visiting. I learned this from Ria. It's amazing. I went back later and I checked if they are the same people and they are the same amount of people. Because sometimes there are things which are fake and which are not real, and this is out there in the world. So I also and many others went through a process where we gathered all the information we needed and we gathered all the certainty we needed to know if we are the right place or not. And I honestly tell you, when I first went to a big, really big international event, it was not 100% sure. I think it was 2019 September or no, October, or 2018 October. I think it was 2019 October. And then I was just standing in a room. Okay, it's about 5,000 people, 4,000 people, I don't know how many people, lots of people. And I was trying to perceive if I'm feeling right. If I myself am comfortable with the people around me. Because I knew if there is something fishy, something not really straight in this company, I will feel it. I feel it in my gut, I feel it in my heart that something is off. And I was standing and I was relaxed. And I had backstage access, I could look at people, I could look at the leadership, and also not only when they are on stage or when they are publicly speaking, but also when they were, just having a small conversation between employees and the leaders or whatever, and I was just standing somewhere and just listening to it. And I didn't want them to see I'm there, because I wanted to see if these people are actually caring for each other and caring for us as much as they say they do. And they did. And they did. The top shareholder was talking to, like the employee, the I don't know which employee on somewhere in the structure of the corporate side. In the company he owns with many other interests and the investments and whatever. So he's a big guy, an amazing guy. And he's talking to this other person who is somewhere in his company, right? Somewhere. And he was talking as it would be a family member. I remember this so vividly, and Orion was just having such a beautiful conversation, so much care for other people, so much compassion, so much intention and will to lift people up. It's truly amazing. Throughout these years, I have learned so much I have became so much more just because I was looking at our founders Hilda and Orion Sal and looking what they are doing, and I try to do the same, and I am doing many things. Uh, but also I could say this about what most of the top level management, or the top level salespeople, sales directors, the network directors, and crowns, and everyone on in the structure. They are amazing people, and they are lifting others up instead of pushing themselves down or them down. And you see, this is a very key factor, because I believe that we live on a planet where there are challenges, okay? When there are many things which are not right. But I see Zinzino as a movement which is putting things back in balance. And I mean it literally and physically, and in other ways which I forgot how to say in English, but that's not the point. The point is that we can give aid to people and lift them up financially and in regards to their health as well. And I truly believe that when we are done with our main purposes, then we're gonna have a much different looking planet. And if anyone is asking what's my original intention with this business, or with any other businesses of mine, if I go out on the street, I'm walking on the street and there are people coming towards me, I want them smiling. I want most of them smiling. Because they are happy, they are balanced, they have time with their family enough, they have money enough, they are healthy, they are okay, their children are healthy, their parents are healthy, their relatives are healthy, they are financially okay. Whatever that means for them, And it will be such a beautiful place. And I tell you, the face of health and healthcare on this planet, as Zinzino is proceeding, will change dramatically. And one day we're gonna have hospitals which are having much less to do because of our movement. That's what I believe. Anyone can say, this is not a company viewpoint, this is my personal viewpoint, but anyone can tell me that I'm stupid or I'm crazy or whatever, or this, it's not the Aqua Viva. No, but it's oil Viva. It's the oil of life, and our product range, which you can see there, is doing so much for humanity that I really rarely encounter with things which are really benefiting us so much, and we are doing it on a price range where it's 100% affordable. I'm working on the Hungarian market mainly. Hungary, Romania, Slovakia. These are not rich people, okay? I'm also working in Denmark and Sweden, but that's a different point. But here it's they are very 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 sensitive for money, yeah, and for expenses, because they are so under so much stress already from everything around them, and like this we can sell it. That means that the value of the products is so high that it's very much worth it to spend this money, and people can afford it. Because I have seen many things which are amazing for people, maybe not this much amazing like this product range, but to some degree or in some specific area, they are really amazing, but maybe they are 200-300 euros every month per every person. Hello? We have 4 children, or two parents in a family, okay? That's 6 people, that means 200 euros per each. That means 1,200 euros every month, only for a product which is extra in addition to their food. I mean, come on, in Hungary, most of the people are, even together, they are not making 1,200 euros. Like everything included. How the hell they would buy only the health supplements or the food supplements for this amount of money? So in this regards, I really believe we are a very special place, and I really believe that if you decide to join our movement, or you re-engage in our movement, or you anyway, any other way you assist this movement and this purpose which Zinzino drives, then you have a legacy at the end. And this is a very key factor, because this is one of the main reasons why I will be here in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, because where the hell I would be. And even if my other businesses are taking attention, I'm always putting some focus on Zinzino, and sometimes all of my focus on Zinzino, because I believe that when I'm done with my purposes here, I can look back on that 5 or 10 years of mine, and I can say that there are these thousands of people, this many thousands or this many tens of thousands of people who's having a very different life as a result of my actions. And I tell you, this is a legacy that it's worth fighting for. And it's worth to go through the challenges and the hard things. And being an entrepreneur is always kind of sucky. There is always something coming, there's always challenges coming, and you have to be smarter, faster, better than many other people in the world who are doing a job. Because business is always different than a job. It gives so much freedom, it gives so much power, so much money, so much, like growth as a being, as a human. But there is a price to it. And whatever you would do, you can open a hamburger bar, you can open a restaurant, you can open, I don't know, you can sell cars, you can sell printers, computers, phones, you can do whatever you want. You can make money, okay? You can open business, and you can be a free entrepreneur in this world. But you see, there is always a balance, yeah? This is the amount of effort you have to put in, and this is the amount of benefit you get. And you see, one of the most important things for me is that whatever I have done in my life, I tell you straight, and I had so much businesses already. Some were doing great, some were doing not so great or whatever, but there is this scale. And Zinzino, it's a very tricky thing. Let's say this is ground zero, okay? And let's say this much effort you have to put in here. But the benefits, the possible benefits, are this high. And you see, in most of the businesses, the benefits can be high, but the efforts are usually the same. And to build something from zero, from scratch, to a level of this or a level of higher, like we have now, I don't know, 2,500, 2,400 customers or customer points. It's how much is it in euros? I don't want to do the conversions and other stuff. I know in Hungarian forints our annual volume and monthly volume and stuff, but if I think about it, that maybe I want to sell phones, and I want to build it up to this volume. It's years and years and years and years of really, really sweaty, hard work. So much work hours, so much logistics to handle, so much finances to do, so much investments to do in regards to time, effort, energy, and money. It's for me, it's not worth it. Zinzino is such an efficient way of making money with helping people around us. It's really truly amazing, I tell you. And I don't really know what else I could tell you. These are those things which are on my heart. These are those things why I am here and why I'm not somewhere else. Because I don't see that I could do this much good for humanity, and I don't see that I would get this much result out of the efforts I have invested into it. So with all this, I wish you a wonderful day, a prosperous life, whether you are in this movement or not. And I believe that the right choice you will make. Do well.